What is up, everybody? Dutch with Deepbox Games, and today we're going over Dragon Champion's newest update 1.1 and their new Halloween event, Pumpkin Hollow Days. Now, I wasn't going to do this because it's about 2 days old, but they did update some new information to how tournaments work, so it's going to be really exciting. So don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now, I also got into the Game Changers program for Dragon Champion, so please make sure, if you haven't played the game yet or tried it out, there's a link down below in the descriptions, and make sure you click on that link. I'll also put one in the comments. It helps me and the channel out, and also lets them know that people enjoy the game and if they're finding it through me. So make sure to click that link if you can. So these updates were posted on their Discord by Emerald Dragon, and it starts with Dragon Champion celebrates their first seasonal event, Pumpkin Hollow Days. Next, they talk about tournaments, which is brand new mode. It's really cool. Every day you can fight with other players in 2 to 3 day tournaments and receive generous rewards, including skill scrolls. News panels have been removed from the game. Anyway, no one used it. I didn't even see that it was there. I think it was probably under where general chat is, and then after that they have guild chat. They probably had a news chat in there that we just never noticed. We're also getting a new hero, Carell. Her hero stone can be obtained in a unique event, the Pumpkin Hollow Days, the tournament, and 3-6 mission to an invasion of the demons. So there's going to be 2 different ways to get her. That's really cool. Added rewards for the 25th guild member in a guild quest and raids. Apparently only 24 out of the 25 people in your guild were getting rewards. I don't know why they ever thought it was a good idea to leave the last person out. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe guilds were only supposed to be 24 people. I have no clue, but luckily now the 25th person's getting stuff. Also, now players can send messages in chat from a level 7, hopefully to make less spam. That would actually be kind of nice. General chat's really nice in this one, but it's also a bit chaotic at the same time. But it's a fun general chat. For number 8, when you will summon a new character, each time you'll receive a special offer to upgrade. All restrictions have been removed for those players who missed on this offer. We will figure out how to return offers in one of the next updates. I can't wait for this update. If you don't know what they're talking about, so if you're on the home screen, you can click on Heroes, and where it says you can summon, whatever that summons in at, let's say it summons at 4 stars, you're going to get an offer to move it up to 5 stars. If it was at 3, you move it to 4 stars, and this offer doesn't always pop up if you summon a bunch of characters all at once. Or for me, I clicked on summon, and then I think I leveled up some stuff, and then I went straight to the home screen, and I didn't get it at all, even though I wasn't summoning other characters. So the bug kind of happened for a lot of people in different ways, but it's not that fair because it really is a good deal. For about $3 to $6, I think it was, you can level up a lot of characters and get a lot of good rewards from that, including energy and ability mats and just really, really good stuff. So it was kind of a bummer, but they did say that they're going to try to make that up to us somehow. I don't know how they can do that, but I'm hoping to see that new update. I really can't wait for that. That one's big for me. After that, enemies on 9-12 floors in tower are weakened, but just a little bit. I did hear from a lot of people that that was a little bit too hard. I've only recently been playing towers, and I kind of like it and have missed that challenge, but I can easily see that it's getting a little bit too frustrating towards the higher tiers. After that, event chests now cost 400 Draco coins instead of 500. For me, that's not too much of a deal, because when you're in the game, and let's say you click on shop and you go to chests, here's the expedition chest, and it only gives you goblins and elves. Now, it's still 500 for me. Apparently the update hasn't gone live yet, but this is going to be 400 from now on, and it usually gives you only 2 different races. Like the last one, I believe it was orcs and humans, and I tried it twice and I didn't get a good pull rate. I don't think it's worth my coins. I've been mostly doing the premium chest for 10. I try to get that little bit of 10% off bonus, so I try to save up my stuff for that. I could do one more, but I'm going to save up my coins for other stuff right now. But honestly, I just haven't been using the expedition chest that much, so even at 400, I don't know if that's really worth it enough for me. I really wish they had a bigger premium chest discount that I saw pop up more often. For the last one, for all players, we restored the double first purchase bonus for Draco coins and added confirmation windows so that you do not miss a better deal. That's so hugely important. Because for me, I definitely wailed out. Usually I'm a dolphin in Star Wars or in Marvel Strike Force. I spend a little bit of money here and there to make it more enjoyable for me to play. I enjoy it. Sometimes I don't have enough time, or I think I'm missing out on something, and I spend a little bit of money. But on this game, they've been doing such a great job at making such great packs to purchase that I've almost purchased all the purchases that have come up. I just really enjoy them. So for me, when I went to the bank and I saw that you could go for the cart for 100 and you doubled it up, it was like spending $200. I didn't pass it up, so I didn't even realize until after I purchased it that it was going to void all the other ones, but luckily I went for the cart. Now the sad thing is I know a lot of people that didn't go for that. They went for the $20 one first, and they got messed over because instead of getting double, they got double on the 20, and then it took away the option to go $50 or $100. So it's really sad, but it's really, really awesome that they're bringing it back. So maybe I whale out a second time. We'll have to see if I go for another cart. Possibly. It was such a good deal, it's hard to pass up, but I really don't like spending that much money in a game. $200 is a bit much when I've probably come close to that already with how many small purchases I've made plus the first cart that I got. But we'll see how that goes. I hope though that everybody that hasn't purchased any of these already thinks about maybe whaling out for the cart, or at least goes for the crate, because if it does come back around again like they said it does and they bring back that double offer, you're going to want to double up on some of these. Even if you're only a dolphin and you go for the $20 one, I would do the 20 now and then maybe the 20 when they double up again. We'll see how that goes, but that is super, super good value right there. Now that's mostly it for the big updates. Definitely go for those packs, and I can't wait for some of the smaller packs to pop up. Those are huge for me. It's a big deal not to miss out on those. But next we're going to be talking about some of the bug fixes that they've done and some of the nerfs that they've applied. First off, bug fix with completing energy quests for viewing ads. This one has happened to me so many times. I'll watch an ad thinking that I'm about to get 60 energy for it, and then I don't get the energy for it, or it doesn't pop up throughout it, and I have to watch it more times, and sometimes I have to get all the way back out. For me, what I think is just get all the way back out and all the way back in and then watch the ad. Hopefully that works out for you. It's been working for me until the fix comes out. This update apparently hasn't gone live yet, even though this is 2 days old. I've been checking back with mine and I still have some of these problems, so maybe we're waiting for the Halloween event to actually launch before all these are implemented. Next, 2 regeneration effects restored 40% of health instead of 20% now is fixed. Fixed bugs which Wonderlula deals twice damage with her second ability. Also fixed a bug when some players weren't able to complete tutorials, and tons of minor bug fixes and improvements. Hopefully most of y'all haven't ran into all those bugs. I haven't actually ran into most of them except for the viewing my ads. So it's a lot of good stuff, and hopefully it helps a lot of people improve their playing experience. Now there were only a couple, I believe 2 balance changes that we're going to go over. For Revol, they changed Bloodlust. It's a passive ability that deals 20% damage where it used to be 25 more damage for each stack of bleeding on enemies. He can do a lot of bleed, and 25 seemed okay to me. It was a lot of damage, but I can understand why they're trying to tone certain things down, especially with a newer dev team going over everything. They're probably going to be doing a lot of testing, and that brings me to this next one where I'm not irritated at all. Next is Solus. This is the new legendary event coming. If you'd like to unlock this character, make sure you're farming orcs. I believe they have to all be at 5-star orcs to unlock this character, but he's not even out yet, but we have seen him in the arena and maybe even other places. But what they changed is Lightwave, the second ability, heals all allies for 550% of Solus's magic damage instead of the 600% that it used to be. For me, I think that's a proper nerf because it's really not even a nerf because the character hasn't come to us. They've been testing it. Apparently they have ways, probably through Arena, to judge how people are battling against it. Maybe it's part of the timing out that a lot of people have ran into. So I enjoy that one most because it's a character that they put in somewhere where they could kind of test it before we got our hands on it. Kind of like Revol, where it's kind of a little bit sad to not do as much damage, especially if you were putting a lot into a team. But again, with that one, it didn't change too much, so I'm still okay with that. But might want to think about that going into some of the characters you farm in the future, that if you like them a lot and they seem broken, they're probably going to get patched a little bit, so be ready for that buff. Now, that pretty much does it for the update. Before we get in deeper with the tournament mode and talk about that, we're going to go over the newest character, Carell. Keep having trouble not saying Cruella though, but it's Carell, and her first ability is Healing Darkness. Deals 255% of magic damage to an enemy, and if an enemy is a demon, heals herself and summoned reflections for 70% of the damage dealt. Now that seems really awesome when you think about her third ability that we'll get to in just a second. It kind of teams up with that one. I would say if you can get to the third ability first, you want to make sure you do that one before the first one, but that's not going to be probably the case. Second is I Am the Knight. This has a cooldown to a 3, deals 330% magic damage to an enemy. If an enemy is a defender, he gains invisibility for 2 turns and calls to assist a reflection if he's alive. So again, the reflection is going to be on this third move, but for invisibility on a defender for 2 turns, it's going to be great against anyone that's taunting. So that one's going to be a really fun one. I think that it's probably going to be the best move in this whole kit. But for me, I'm loving Create Reflection. Summons a reflection of the target hero enemy with 70% health and shield, 70% damage, and 75% speed. Can only summon 1 reflection at a time. If you could summon multiple reflections, it would be so broken. It would be so broken because after you summon this reflection, you can use your first one where you're healing yourself and your summon reflection for 70% of the damage dealt, which is really amazing. So you're keeping that one going, unlike one of the orcs where when you pull the bear out, it's hard. You have to either pick, are you going to attack or are you going to try to heal your bear? This one you don't have to choose, and I like that. Also, for the second move, the I am the Knight, a lot of people are going to be wanting to use that on taunting tanks. This calls assist from a reflection if he's alive. So if you use this one, you're also getting the assist now. So this is a super awesome kit. I love the way the moves work together, and I can't wait to test this one out. But let's get to the passive. So for the passive ability, Bound by Shadows, at the end of Carell's turn, if there are 3 defenders on the battlefield, all allied defenders get a tenacity increase of 1 turn. If there are 3 healers, all allied healers gain cheat death for 1 turn, or death proof. If there are 3 tacticians, all allied tacticians gain haste for 1 turn, which is kind of turn meter up. If there are 3 warriors, all allied warriors gain counterattack for 1 turn. If there are 3 rangers, all allied rangers get an accuracy increase for 1 turn. If there are 3 mages, all allied mages gain invisibility for 1 turn. So that's a lot to take in, that's a lot to think about, but it really shows that this is going to be a very good plug and play character in a lot of different teams. You're going to be able to go through almost any of those. As long as you have 3 teammates that are from those specific classes, it seems like you're going to get really amazing buffs, and it's going to be really interesting how people use this because we're probably going to see it used in a lot of different ways. I'm so excited to test this character. Now, that does it for Carell. She's a really awesome character, but now comes the part that they did change, so it might get a little confusing. We're going to go over the first point in tournaments first, and then after that we're going to talk about the newest update, and then we're going to go back and finish up about tournaments, because the first point in tournaments actually got changed, and this is a huge update. This is a big deal because it's going to change the way you want to tackle this first Halloween event. So this is a new game mode for players level 30 plus. Make sure you get to level 30, and if you haven't already, make sure you're spending your Draco coins on energy refreshes because that'll help you level up a lot faster than buying characters. First, tournaments will be active all the time. Number of attempts equal 5. 1 ticket of the tournament is restored in 30 minutes, so every 30 minutes you'll get 1 ticket back. Additional tickets can be purchased. Purchase price does not change. 100 Draco coins for 5 tickets. Tournament duration is 2 or 3 days from now. So it's going to be about 2 to 3 days. They're going to change that up because it will be around. I'm hoping that when they do something like a big Halloween event, for instance, it's 3 days instead of 2. But what changed, what makes it so huge is people were getting really irritated. Mick Moltu made a awesome video over all this and even talked about how a lot of people could be annoyed with how it's very pay to play right now, especially mostly this event. It's a pay to win event or character where you can go and spend tons and tons of money and get as many tickets as you want, and there's no cap to how many tickets you could buy. Well, they heard that. They heard the outcry from everybody in the community, and especially in Discord. I read a lot of people that were annoyed by this, and right here they've changed it. We've decided to disable the ability to purchase additional tickets for the first tournament. That's a big deal. Let's see how it goes if it won't be pay to win in case for additional tickets. So not pay to win, it's going to be really good to do. This is going to be a really fun event, and it not being pay to win makes me definitely want to try a lot harder to unlock this character and see how far I can take it. It does say if everyone is satisfied, we'll disable it forever, and it will always be free to play characters that you can unlock, which I love a lot, but sometimes I do run into that time where I don't have a lot of time to put into something, or maybe I miss a day because I'm sick or work came up or I have to do something. So it does say it will also add some limit, like maybe 3 to 5 purchases per total tournament. So out of the entire tournament for 2 to 3 days, maybe you can only purchase 3 to 5 extra ways to get into it. I kind of enjoy that. I think it being gone forever doesn't have to be. I don't like pay to win, but I do like having the option that if someone wants to donate a little bit of their money to a game to get a little bit out, I think a little bit goes a long way for something like this. I don't think infinite amount of tickets was okay. I'm so happy that they changed it. That was a big deal to me. It was the whole reason I thought it was really relevant to make this video. But I also think that maybe we could do 3 to 5 tickets per tournament that we could give extra, or 3 to 5 extra chances to play. I think that's kind of a fun way to make everybody get what they want. A little bit for everyone. Make sure you let me know down in the comments below. Would you want them to be disabled forever? Or should we be able to buy a few chances back in? Now after that, number 2, only live players will participate in tournaments. Players get points for victories in battles and lose it on defeat. And no battle timers at all. So I'm super happy about no battle timers, so I won't get timed out. And I'm also happy that we won't be getting bots in here. Right now, Arena is almost filled with bots once you get to the higher levels, and it is kind of annoying, especially also in the tower. So I like that there's no bots, and no battle timer is going to be awesome. For number 3, at the end of a tournament, players will receive a reward depending on their place. That makes sense. Now, number 4 kind of confuses me a little bit. I don't know if I like this one. To participate in a tournament, players need to build a team that meets the requirements. Makes sense. And then go through a qualifying battle with the team mirror. So you have to go against a mirror team and defeat it. I don't know how I feel about that, and I don't know why that was done. I don't know what the strategy behind that one is. I'm not the biggest fan on that one. Qualification ends 1 day before the end of the tournament. After that, you won't be able to join it. So it seems like you have to get all your teams ready and fight a mirror match team and qualify to be able to even use them in the tournament. It seems a bit weird to me. It seems a bit overboard. I'm hoping that is something that changes. If not, we'll see how that goes. Number 5, all tournaments are divided into several tier groups. Players with level 30 won't fight against level 80 players. It's 5 different level tiers for now, so that's pretty good. In some tournaments, you will get hero stones of heroes that are currently can't be obtained. First one is in 2 weeks. Now, this is about 2 days old, so it's still about 2 weeks away, but what I would really like to see is definitely some of the characters that we can't get any other way. For instance, the character that I'm most excited about, and this is not because of his kit or because of anything else, it's all because of the way he looks. More Doom is a character that I want so bad. I have this weird thing for characters that have awesome scythes and just look really cool, and I want this character so bad. And as of now, there's 0 ways to get him, so this would be such an awesome character to get. I would love it so much. I really hope this is one of the ones that we start pulling extra hero shards of. And for the Halloween event, I know that Carell looks so cool, but I really would have liked also a Halloween character, maybe next year, that has a really cool scythe and a pumpkin for a head and maybe a cool like mage's robe. I would really like seeing something like that. I know they don't have time to do it this year. Maybe next year's Halloween event we can see something like that. Something like Jack Skeleton when he's wearing the pumpkin head. And having a scythe of some sort. That'd be really awesome. So that wraps everything up for Dragon Champion's newest update and their Halloween event. I hope everybody found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more Dragon Champions news. And please show your support by playing the game and start it if you haven't already. It's super fun, and if you're new to it, make sure you try out some of those new packs because they are really good. And maybe hold back on some of your characters until the newest update goes live. I hope everybody has fun playing the game, and until next time, later!